everyone, welcome back, y'all. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. It is February 14th, y'all. I've got a couple of updates before we start our debt update, y'all. Yes, we are not at below the 3,000 mark like I had hoped. We have spent more money. So before we get started, a couple of updates, and then we're going to speak about the sheet that I showed you yesterday. Now, I was at the hospital yesterday, had to go pick up my daughter yet again from school. She wasn't feeling well. This concussion is severe, and I don't know how long it's going to last. They said it could take weeks. So we are still on the struggle bus with the concussion. Had to call 911 yesterday. Ended up in the ER for 9 hours, y'all. Like, this is getting serious. So our life here at the house has turned a little upside down. My daughter is still home from school. I am not returning her back to school until we know exactly what's going on. She had to have IV medication and all the things yesterday. So after 9 hours in the Children's Mercy Emergency Department, we finally got home. She's on new medication. Hopefully that will work. Second update is my giveaways moving forward for March all the way through December. I have been having a problem reaching one of my Etsy shop owners, and I have decided that I am going to switch things around. So the Amazon book will still be involved every single month. That is a 70 savings challenges that also comes with trackers. That will be definitely in the giveaway. The trackers budget book set will not be. I will be manifesting something new for March and moving forward to be able to make sure that I get that out in the time and fashion that I want to get that out in. And I'm very quick to respond and very quick to ship out items. In fact, Snow Gardener 307, her book went out today. Her 70 challenge savings book that she won went out today. Scat Tone needs to get in contact with me. Otherwise, I will have to move that book to March and end up giving away yet another 70 Savings Challenge book because I have not heard from Scat Tone. So Scat Tone, if you hear me, make sure you go into the description box down below and use either my IG to message me or my email address to message me so that I can get that book out to you. All I need is your address and I can get that sent to you. Beverly had her items shipped out today, y'all. It cost a pretty penny, and that is not anybody else's fault, but I needed to get it out in a different method. So she has her trackers because I sent her the money on PayPal to make sure that she got her trackers. So she is actually printing those off from Jordan Budget's shop. But I had to mail out the binder and the envelopes myself through Amazon, so I went ahead and did that. Not a problem, y'all. But moving forward, I am going to probably either just be using Amazon to mail out packages. So I'm going to look for something new concerning the second item because I need responding back to when I speak to someone. And I'm having an issue with messages on the Etsy portion of things. So just an update from March moving on. Yes, the 70 Savings Challenge book is going to go out. I'm also mailing one out to Michelle at Free to Fly because I want her not only to have a book because she's fantastic, y'all. She's fabulous. But I want her to do a review because she did a review yesterday on 3 Savings Challenge books that she's giving away for her channel, and I wanted to make sure that she got this one savings book that I'm giving away, and I want to see what her review is on it. So I'm waiting for her to message me with her address so I can send that out to her. So those are my 2 updates. Again, sorry that I had to throw that in first, but when I give away products, I want them to pretty much be done almost instantaneously, and sometimes on Etsy that's not available. So Amazon will be my choice to get things mailed out to individuals. And the last item that I need to speak about is if you are outside the United States, I may have to ship differently to you. It may not be the Savings Challenge book. You may end up with a gift card because shipping is extraordinarily expensive to ship outside the United States. So not that you cannot be involved in the giveaway. I'm just going to have to choose a different method, like a gift card, to give you to use. So there we go. There is our updates. Now, why do I have my no spend challenge out here again that I spoke about yesterday? Is because we're spending like crazy and we're not multimillionaires over here. Not anytime soon. But with that being said, I am going to use this no spend for March and every month moving forward. Now, I'm not sure if I'm just going to leave the scratching points on here or if I'm just going to scratch them all off and just go by the numbers. Sometimes it gives me a little bit of an anxiety because I don't know how much the money is behind there. I'm not sure if I'm going to have that amount, and I don't like to owe myself anything. So in March, I may leave the scratching components on and then scratch them off as I don't spend money on that day. But however, I kind of really need to know how much I need to save on the scratcher at the same time. So I'm not quite sure. Just give me your input down below in the comment section down below if I should just scratch all of it off and just use the sheet as the numbers, or if I should just for March at least scratch off the ones, and then after that I will scratch it all off, throw it on my copier, make multiple copies, one copy for every single month, and then this will be completely scratched off and I will laminate it and use it as a copy, forever copy that I can use over and over again. If I choose to want to be able to put circles back on here in the future, y'all, we can buy the circles from Amazon super cheap. They're just little stickers that you just peel off and stick back over the numbers and repeat over again. So that is why I have that, because yes, we have spent a lot of money. Another change I'm going to make, and I know, thinking that it's January, February, all these months just now starting to roll in, and we're out of January and into February, I thought I had everything figured out. Thoughts. Looks can be conceiving, and so can thoughts, apparently. So with that being said, I am moving into this. Now, I've had this for a while. I have a bunch of different varieties of how to track my budget and things of that nature. I have the Organized Money's yearly, undated, fully everything. You're going to be seeing the debt worksheet here in just a minute of her binder book. And I bought that a few years ago. When I bought it, it was 20 bucks. Now it's $10. So it's fantastic, y'all. I highly recommend it. It's great. It's got everything you need to ever do your budget. And once you buy it on Etsy, you can use it over and over again. You never have to go and look for a planner or anything of that nature. Same thing with Rainbow Budgets. I have hers. I haven't shown it here yet, but I do have hers. It's a little bit more confusing for myself, but it's probably more of a visual thing than anything else. But I do have it, so I would like to bring that back on board and show you the components of that in case you guys are interested in the planner from Rainbow Budgets. And yes, I purchased that on Etsy, and I didn't get the physical copy. I got the digital copy so I can print over and over and over again. And that's one thing. If you guys can get the option to get the digital copy from anything, do it that way, because then you have it for life and you can reprint it over and over again. You don't have to buy anything else. However, I bought this back in May of 2022, and it was Lisa Marie Budgets printable. Now, she had hers that had with worksheets. Now, this I've already laminated. This is my forever copy, and she had it where it had paycheck 1, paycheck 2, after it had the top, which would be the month on there. And hers was, it said May on it, but now she's revised that to a different title. But with that being said, it's still in her Etsy shop. And instead of having like paycheck 1, paycheck 2, I was able to edit the very top line up here and just put the months is what I wanted to do. So I have January, February on the back side. I double-sided mine. That way I can save on lamination sheets, because y'all, I laminate like crazy. And I do plan on showing you my binders. I dropped my main binder and papers went everywhere. And when that happened, it knocked over my coffee, which spilt on everything. Then they were not laminated copies. They were paper copies. So I'm in the process of reconstructing that book. That's why you're not going to see today anything to do with calendars and sticky happy faces showing you what I did and didn't spend on, because I ruined some more things. And y'all, I got to get a hold on my situation here on my desk, because I don't have enough room and I need more room. And I put up another table up in here to make it like an L shape, and I still need more room. But that's my problem. But with that being said, I love the layout of this, and I know Lisa uses this all the time when she does her budgeting. And y'all, it's got your bills. It's got your envelopes down here. Now, I don't use cash. Y'all know I'm blind. I can't see, and having cash can be a problem for me if I drop something, lose something, misplace something, give the wrong denomination, things of that nature. Not everybody is always truthfully honest about if you give them the wrong denomination and things of that nature. So I use either my Capital One card, my Walmart Capital One card for my groceries. That way I can get cash back. I just got approved for that, so I just got the card in the mail the other day. So I am building my credit, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. She also has her sinking funds, and I've thought about listing out all my sinking funds, but y'all, I have a gazillion sinking funds, so I can list them by holiday and celebrations binder. Then I can list the next one by my home binder, and I'm going to list them by the binder names versus each sinking fund. She has a retirement section down here. I don't need that currently right now. And then she has the savings or other fund as well. So I really love the setup in one sheet, and I'm pretty much done. It's like a look at a glance. And Lisa, I think you are absolutely brilliant for putting it into this format. This is going to work for me. And again, I have Rainbow Budgets yearly undated planner as well. I have the Organized Money undated planner, both from Etsy, and Lisa Marie Budgets. This is her planner type situation, or I should say her budget sheet, but it's a one and done. And then I don't have to flip through a whole bunch of sheets. My husband could look at something and say, hey, look, where's finances going right now? I can pull this out and bam, show it to him. Now, these are my laminated copies. I've got January all the way through December. And again, she has like paycheck 1 and paycheck 2. And I think she put 6 paychecks along with it. But you can go up and edit the title. And that's what I did. And I just made it January, February, March, April, May, June, all the way through December. And I'm doing it because we are a family that budgets by the month. We get paid monthly. Therefore, we have to break down all of our money into weeks, but I would rather just do a look at a glance because we pay all our bills on the 3rd of every single month. So I wanted to bring this on board and show this to you as well so that y'all could see it and enjoy it. And please run over to Lisa Marie Budgets. Y'all, she puts things on her Etsy shop so super affordable. It's crazy affordable and how nice it is. In fact, I may be using this for something here in the future in the form of a giveaway as well. Not actually my sheets, but maybe speaking with her to see if maybe I can give some of the planner type system or the worksheet here out. I pay her and then she sends the link over to the winner. So I may be speaking with her about that here shortly. And again, they have like paycheck 1, paycheck 2 at the top, but you can always go in there and edit it out if you want it. If you want to put like January week 1 or February week 2, or you can do it by the month like I did. There's a variety of different ways to do so. So just thought I wanted to bring that on board because Lisa Marie is absolutely amazing. And I wanted to share that with you since I will be switching over to that myself currently. I am not being consistent with a lot of things right now, but we've got a lot going on and I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you right now, there's just too much going on for us to really do too much. The next paper that I'm going to show you here, I'm hoping it's in frame. Put it down here. I have been going through and deciding to write out all of each transaction when it comes to my accounts and how much I owe. I am no longer going to do that. I just had like a brain idea dump going, why am I writing every single thing out? When all you guys really need to know is how much do I owe, how much did I pay, and how much do I have left. So when we are talking about my Affirm account right now, I'm going to explain something on Affirm. Affirm is an account where you can buy now and pay later, and I know it can be a dangerous cycle when you do that. However, the fees on Affirm are really low. The APR is really low, and you can pay off much faster than just paying each month. And I'm okay with that because bottom line is I've got a lot of things on Affirm. And as you see, I'm just going to let you know, I did have less things on Affirm, but I did buy the countertop dishwasher. I'm going to review it. It's coming in tomorrow. And when I was looking up dishwashers, they were starting out at like $999 and going up. And that's for a full-size portable dishwasher. Y'all, we don't have the best pressure in the house, especially when it comes to hot water in the kitchen. In the bathroom, the hot water is great. In the kitchen, it is not. Now, because I rent, there's nothing I can do. My landowner doesn't plan to do nothing. If it is not completely 100% broken, he's not fixing it. That's just the way it is. So, with that being said, you see my Affirm account right there and how much I owe. I'm not going to go through a whole bunch of antics and things of that nature. I'm just going to let you know that I have a pretty high amount on Affirm that I can spend. Now, that can be dangerous because, like a lot of people, I do like to spend money. A lot of my clothing allotment that I showed back in November is on here as well. A lot of my kids' stuff from Amazon is on here as well. Walmart.com, when I bought cubbies, little cubicle, 9 cubicle things that you can put the little fabric drawers in is on here as well. And now the countertop dishwasher is on here. Now I will say I did go and make an $89 payment as well this month for that countertop dishwasher. So I'm down to like a $239 range to pay off that dishwasher. I plan to make bigger payments at a later time. I'm not really worried. If you can see, my total on here is not very expensive. It's like $300 and something a month. And that is for a lot of items, y'all. So I am not overwhelmed or working too hard to pay it down. The more I pay down over a monthly basis, and yes, I'm going to incur some APR percentage, but for example, my clothes is only $2.29 in interest fees a month, and that's some of my clothing lots that I purchase off Amazon. I use my Affirm account for 2 items. I purchase off Walmart.com and I purchase off Amazon.com. So that is what all of this is that you're seeing here. The next one I'm getting ready to show you is my Verizon. And my Verizon, basically all the money that you're going to see, because I pay $75 per month in Verizon for all of our phones and the tablet. But that is included in my bills every single month. So when you see my phone bills at between $190 and $210, it's because part of that money is my cell phone bill, because I've got no APR percentage, no rates, anything on that whatsoever. I pay a flat fee every month for each phone. Danya has the Galaxy, was it 21, 22F? I forgot what it was, y'all. It was the newest one before the newest one. And she has 256 gigabyte. I have an iPhone 13. I have 128 gigabyte. My son has an iPhone SE, and his is 60 gigabytes. Now, his will be paid off here in a short amount of time. And once it gets paid off, y'all, it's really funny, but it's starting to have issues just like my iPhone SE. So I am probably going to upgrade him to even better phone than what I have. I have an iPhone 13. He will end up either with the iPhone 13 or he will end up with an iPhone 14. Now, since I recently cut off the internet from Xfinity, heads up, I did. I switched over to AT&T Fiber. We are not dropping any kind of situation. I was told that with Xfinity, the reason for the past 12 years I've been having I'm talking 20 to 30 drops on our internet a day. Our streaming apps are going down. My kids' gaming systems are going down. My phone stuff is going down because everything in our house runs on Wi-Fi. Xfinity has like this one main line and everybody feeds off that line. It doesn't matter what tier you pay for, y'all feeding off it. And for me to be paying the highest tier humanly possible that I can at Xfinity and receiving crappy service consistently every day, doesn't matter rain, shine, snow, sleet, sunny, it's ridiculous. And so I was paying for something that I wasn't even getting half of. So I switched over to AT&T Fiber, where the actual line is private. It's my line and my line only. It doesn't matter how many people are on AT&T and using their line of service for internet. It doesn't affect my line. And I wish I would have been told this before. I wish I would have checked out AT&T before, because Xfinity screwed me over, and I do plan on pushing a grievance against them for this. All I was told with Verizon, or not Verizon, I'm sorry. All I was told for the internet service was that I was farthest from the pole I could possibly be. And then when I go out and point in the back of my yard and I said, you see that? That's the pole. Xfinity couldn't tell me more. So they were lying to me. And just understand that you need to really know a lot more about your internet service And that's just a side note. I know we're looking at Verizon, but I wanted to bring that forward. And I'm only paying $85 a month for the highest AT&T at home versus the highest month at home for Xfinity was $110 and going up. A lot of people were bringing in equipment. When I brought mine in, there must have been 20 people with equipment bags going, we're dropping this, we're dropping this. And so that's the case. We don't have cable. We cut cable because cable went up by, y'all, don't jump out of your skin. It went up by $75. And yes, I'm talking $75 on top of what the service was. So they increased by $75. We are all on streaming apps. We are happy. I will be updating with you that here shortly. So as we're looking over the Verizon situation, all the phones that we have, again, I told you all the phones that we have, and then my daughter Jessica has an iPad 9th generation, 256 gigabyte. I have learned to try to climb to the tier of the gigabyte ladder in order to make sure that we have enough storage space, because thank you to Apple products, which I don't like, they don't have an SD slot to expand the memory. Thank you, Apple. I love you, but I do not love your progress of doing that to us as customers. So with that being said, you see the totals there and how much I pay every single month, and then how much is left over. So what do I have a total for my debt? I was below $3,000, y'all, until I started buying a couple more things off of Affirm and started to purchase that very expensive but very needing countertop dishwasher. Number one, very weird situation. I've mentioned before that I am allergic to dish soap of some sort. Something's in dish soap in all different brands that I've tried, and it does not work. Even the plant-based ones have something in there that's not working for my hands, and they get really, really affected. So my kids will be on dish duty for a dishwasher. They're very excited. You also saw in a previous grocery video this week that I bought the dishwashing liquid for the dishwasher. I will still do pots and pans in the sink. I will be using SOS pads and very careful. I'll be covering my hand with gloves to make sure that I don't have an issue with even the slightest bit of dish soap being on that pan to affect my hands, and that's how we're going to do it. Again, I will give you guys a review on the dishwasher as soon as it comes in tomorrow. We are super excited to start using it, and y'all, I'll be real honest, it's going to help a lot. I am blind. I'm not perfect. I can't see, and I miss spots from time to time. I don't want my kids eating off a dish that has maybe a spot on it or a spoon that didn't get fully cleaned, and it will also sanitize and things of that nature. So it just makes me feel better, and I felt like that purchase was necessary. Spoke with my husband about it, and he agreed as well. The reason that my debts did not go down even more this month is because I paid $371 to get my washer fixed that went out on me. So more details to come in the future for that. I will give you guys a bills update. I apologize I couldn't do it today. And I can't be going on my no spin stickers because bottom line is this. I dropped my notebook and it flung open because it's a 3-ring binder, and it was all my paper part of my binder. And my coffee got knocked over when I did that, and continuing on, I spilled something on it, and yeah, it ruined a lot of my stuff. So I have to go back and regain things. Now, as it's being consistent, y'all, please continue to work with me. This concussion that Danya had is just throwing this entire house for a flip. I'm more at the hospital and doctor's offices than I am at home right now, and her level of care and need is coming top notch over anything else and everyone else at this moment, including YouTube, until I can get back on track. I have not been consistent like I was hoping to be starting in January. I'm already flip-flopping around a lot of it. I'm wanting to change some things already that I'm seeing is not going to work that I thought was going to work. But y'all, I am being consistent with putting cash into my envelopes, and that is the main thing. But just stay patient with me as I continue to figure out what is going to work best, and hopefully I can get a handle on that and get a handle back on our life here shortly. So any questions, comments, concerns, and or suggestions, especially with the giveaway, if you have any questions on that as well, please feel free to leave any comments and or suggestions that you have down below in the comment section down below. If you need to get a hold of me, you can definitely do it privately through my email address or my Instagram, also linked in the description box down below for your purposes as well. And again, congratulations to Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307. Her book is on the way. I did look up her address because I hadn't heard back from her, and I knew I could find her address. So that has been sent to her. And Beverly, I've already made different arrangements to make sure that she gets the items that were allotted to her. And that has been placed today. I placed it through Amazon, and then I gave her some PayPal money to buy the trackers. Scatone, please, please, please message me so that I can get your Amazon Savings Challenge book out to you. And then Michelle from Free to Fly, I messaged her to make sure that she gives me her address so I can send her one of those books for her to keep and use, but also for her to review, because I thought it would be really super fun. All right, y'all, we'll catch you in the next video tomorrow. Until then, Without Limits is out.